but Logitech Sniper seems to have a huge advantage. 11.5, a 4K gold lead plus the first dragon buff. So Machi Crew is clearing out the wards. They just took out the pink ward from the death bush over there, but they can't seem to find it in. They probably know that they can't win the direct 5-on-5 fight. So, but they do have some advantage with the minions sticking out the outer top lane turret. But here is the dragon, and here comes the fight.
Crew needs to be very careful about this dragon fight.
They're choosing not to fight, actually. They're choosing to push up the mid lane, going for the inner turret. They give up the second dragon buff to Logitech snipers. Han Xiao is caught out, and Han Xiao is dead. Fight's ongoing. Hanji pins down CCB, but CCB is a front line. He's taking as hell, so he's not going anywhere. JK has gone down, but with CCB mitigating so much of the damage, Magic has no response. They lose 4-1.
Yeah, that I think that was kind of poor communication there. Han Xiao, the team was moving up mid lane. They were probably trying to put pressure on the second mid turret, which I don't think actually is a great plan since they can't outrun Logitech snipers at this point. But anyways, Han Xiao still tried to check the brush there and just got caught out.
Ysera blows him up.
Yep. And Ysera is now 6-0-5. This is a scary Caston. He's going to put a lot of pressure on your back line of Graves, short range ADC. He just jumps in, he Zhonya's, wait for his next skill rotation, and he blows your Graves up, even with the flash anyway. And he can also split push at this point. So it's kind of difficult to see how Crew is going to deal with the Logitech snipers lead right now. They're going to get rolled over in team fights, and they also have a huge split point advantage.
I believe this Caston Snowball has turned into an outright avalanche.
Exactly. He's already ahead 2K just by himself right now.
It's a bit much.
Yeah.
So, Crew is, however, managing to at least stay on top of their turret count. It's only a 3-4 turret deficit, so they have a little breathing room in terms of the map. What would it take for them to pull back into this game at this point?
Well, I hate to say it because it's kind of a canned answer, but they're going to have to look for picks at this point. They really can't deal with the split push Cancelin. They don't want to fight this team full on 5v5. You can see Siver's build right now. She's so confident in her early lead.
He takes a poke from JK to slow him down a little bit, but it's Lee Sin. He's gone away.
Yeah, they're not going to catch Hanji. But it was a good attempt, though. I like the play on Vision here.
Yes, indeed. We actually do see that Crew's also kept up their vision. They still have the ward down by the Logitech Sniper's red buff. So at least they know when they're about to approach Baron, I guess. It's not enough, but I guess.
Yeah, and we can see the item lead really coming out from like JK's side. He's up 30 plus CS. He already has that Randuin finish. You can see that after the Warrior enchantment right now, Rek'Sai can just go straight for tanking items and still do a buttload of damage to your front line through that true damage.
Yep. Rek'Sai doesn't really need much to be really annoying.
Yeah. This is... I want to just point out like the Sivir Ghostblade right now. Ghostblade is a great item to get if you have an early lead, but in this matchup he's not supposed to get that lead. He got it anyway, and he's just confident enough to say like, I'm going to get the Ghostblade for that armor pen, deal more damage with my boomerang.
We get double sweepers out, which is a bit inefficient, but at least it makes sure that they catch the ward.
Yeah, that's just, it's the start of the season. These teams probably still have to work on their communication. These are just little details that will come naturally along the way. And snipers should be lucky that they're testing the waters out against a much less experienced team in Crew right now.
Yeah, I think we can quite clearly say that the Magic Crew's inexperience is being demonstrated here.
Yeah, I think Hanji was not terribly effective
they
here.
get caught. He gets the Monsoon. He's caught completely opposition, and Lot picks up another kill.
Yeah, that was a really critical flash Monsoon from Hohatok right there, and they're probably going to take a turret off of this.
Telper going in. JK eats the Crescendo. Hanji goes in hard. Han Xiao's in rage mode, so but CCB picks off Hanji, and Crew has to back off again. Unfortunately, it was an interesting initiation, but they just don't have the damage to fall through. And Ysera picks off Graves as planned.
Yeah, and Hansel actually did not nail anyone with his ultimate, so that was one member down and one ult down as well. The team fight goes completely in Logitech Sniper's way. They're probably going to go for Baron right now.
Yep, it's pretty much a free Baron.
Yep.
Ooh, that's harsh.
Yeah, it is harsh. It's really difficult for a crew right now. They had this big CC Wombo combo team fight, but the thing about a Wombo combo team fight is if you fall behind, it's actually really hard to come back again with the Wombo combo. So at this point, it's just going to have to be miracle catches and probably some vision control in their own jungle, try to see if they can get a pick off in the nooks and crannies. That's pretty much all they can hope for right now.
Do you think it was a matter of the picks and bans that they were simply that the laning phases simply screwed them over? Because it seemed as if that the only lane that was doing well was the bot lane. They weren't even doing as well as planned.
Yeah, I feel
Hachi
like
misses the crab.
well, yeah, the crab is a really tough guy to take down. Well, for me, it does seem like Logitech Snipers got the better mid and top with the flex-based Caston, so props to them. That was a really good ban pick plan right there. But I have to say the matchups went a lot worse than they should have. I feel like Hanji was not terribly efficient with any of his ganks. He didn't make anything happen bot lane. He didn't make anything happen top lane, even with the push and Renekton. And
this is Dragon number 3?
Exactly. Yep, the movement speed. So Dragon number 3 goes to Logitech Snipers.
Yep. And now it's going to be even harder to try to go for those picks, I believe, because Logitech Snipers will be able to put down the wards on those choke points long before the crew can catch up.
They really need to try to get a good initiation off underneath their inhibitor turrets at this point. We see Caston pushing in the bot lane. He's probably going to get that for free. Crew just has to sit back tight. You know, you don't have to force things. A lot of, like, inexperienced teams would try to force fights that are not in their favor. I think Crew just right now just has to sit under their inhibitor turrets and try to wait for that perfect initiation from maybe Sona.
Yeah, good Crescendo might be able to cast him out long enough, although I think Crescendo's stun might not be long enough to really capitalize against a team that's gone this tanky. We have double Randuins on JCan and CCB. Good luck going through that.
Yeah, Graves is not going to do much damage until he gets his last Whisper at that point. And right now, we see this is the thing about Ghostblade on 80.
Blows up Thresh Nolan.
That was basically an instant kill from 808 Cassidon.
Oh yeah,
making people feel the beats, I guess.
Yep, and Hanji's chased out of his own base, so goodbye, Hanji. There goes two inhibitors, and it seems as if this game is pretty much on the verge of getting shut out. Lee Mid is also in the same position. He has to tropo his way out of the fight. The ult completely misses. Yes, sir. It does pop his Zonius though, so that cooldown is no longer available. He might theoretically be able be catchable at this point. We get a 2-man Crescendo. We get a fight under the Nexus turret, so CCB is taking a ton of damage. The Monsoon goes out to heal him back up though, so he's still alive. Hanji goes down. He gets blown up by Ysera. So does Han Xiao, and this game is over.
Yep, that's a GG. Just like you said, double Randuins in the front line. Grace with no last Whispers cannot deal any damage to them at all. And that's the thing about early Ghostblades. If you're an AD carry, you get an early Ghostblade, you don't get an advantage out of it, especially in lane, and you just fall behind really far because you don't have that attack speed, you don't have that armor penetration. And basically, snipers just ran Machi Crew over.
Yeah. Wow. Machi doesn't exactly look happy about that.
Well, they're coming in, and it's a fresh start for them, an inexperienced squad, so I think they should be happy about their performance.
Oh, well, actually, I got confused.
Not.
That was actually the snipers.
Yeah, that was the snipers.
They don't actually look too happy about their win, but I guess it's
that's our bad. They're like, we should have stomped them harder.
To be fair, the faces did look like, they were disappointed for some reason.
Yeah, I'm really glad to see Rek'Sai on the first game. She's such an interesting champion with so many strong things about her kit. Her regen in the jungle is absolutely insane. Her ability to just teleport anywhere, like in this meta, a lot of decisions a team has to make is, are we going to go for that dragon, or are we going to try to snowball our top laner? And Rek'Sai doesn't need to make that decision at all. She can just go, oh, top lane, teleport bot, we're going to take the dragon, it's going to be fine, I'm just going to teleport top, and then I'll help you defend your turret. Or it could go the other way around, and it's like, Rek'Sai helps the top laner out, gets a gank off, and the enemy jungler bot lane still has to worry about you coming down to the dragon pit to contest 4v4, so it's just a really strong champion at this point.
Especially with the mobility combination with Sivir in team fights, so she can just keep staying in the fight as long as she wants.
Yeah, Sivir is also a re-emerging pick here. She does really good against more spell-oriented AD carries, so Graves, Corki. She can spell shield a lot of the damage, and she packs a lot of utility too.
All right. So that was the first game. We'll be right back with the second game as soon as we get the timing down. So hold on, folks.
Okay, so
All right. So next will be AHQ versus Machi Crew. Oh, those poor guys. Shit, that's harsh. Yeah, let's swap. Indeed. Let's see. Let's find a good place to sync up. Because, like, the first 12 minutes are just empty here. Alright. Yeah. Right. Well, let me give you the link with the timestamp so we have an easy way to sync up. Yeah. Yep, same here. So once I say mark, once I say start, then yeah.
All right, on your mark.
All right. And on my mark, start.
Okay.
All right. Welcome back, folks. This will be game 2 of the first week and first day of the LOL Master Series here in Taipei. I will be taking over now as analyst with me will be Clement, former NIP coach, as the play-by-play caster.
Yep, and we see AHQ right now on the blue side, Machi Crew here starting on the purple, and Pantheon bans and Aurelia bans going down.
And Azir ban against Lee Mid. So obviously everybody's heard about this Lee Mid guy playing Azir in solo queue, I guess. Otherwise, I don't understand why Azir's getting banned quite so often against him.
Yeah, Obscure. I really like this Azir champion, and I kind of want to ask you what you think about this new champion.
His pushing power is insane. That guy has a huge radius of effect. Not only is he able to cast soldiers, then send him hurtling a long way, but that also extends his effective auto attack range to that distance as well. I think it's like more than 1,300 units worth of distance. Like that's really hard for a lot of people to lane against, and the fact that his ult allows him to push away any assassins that gets close, basically makes Azir a complete package in terms of map control and flexibility. He does lack a little mobility for himself, except if he goes right into a fight with the soldiers. But otherwise, it's really hard to deal with him. Yeah,
and right now we see little Sandra ban, and Rek'Sai, of course, banned out from Machi Crew. They don't want to go through that again.
Oh yeah, we saw. Machi has first-hand experience just the game before with exactly how impacting Rek'Sai can be with the map-wide mobility. The early ganks may not be much, especially compared to Lee Sin, but that doesn't matter because once it hits level 6, she's all over the place.
And that was just the observers showing a cute girl who also happens to be a Westdoor fan.
Yes. Well, aren't we all Westdoor fans here?
Yeah, of course. And we see AHQ taking up the Thresh first pick. Machi Crew here deciding over a Alistar. Alistar is actually a really favorable matchup against Thresh, I feel. Also taking up the Lee Sin.
At level 6, Alistar can break any of the CC that Thresh puts down, but he instead might be switching over to Braum.
Yep. I believe this is a champion we saw Threshmelon play in the preseason. Braum has gone through a lot of nerfs. He's not as popular anymore. I believe we saw Mad Life play him in the preseason as well. Generally, a typical more of like a passive laner. We might see